So you're asking yourself right now, who is this old guy with a dad bod and the vintage 1950s barbecue in front of you? Well, first of all, it's a grill, not a barbecue. Let's address that first off. But yes, I'm Duke BossaNova, and this is BossaNova Life. And I have got my hands on this amazing vintage 1950s barbecue that has never been out of its box. So it is essentially brand new. It's crazy, I know. My friend Lance found this just outside of Portland on a Facebook Marketplace, reached out to me and said, "Hey Duke, would you be interested in this? Show me a picture of it." And the answer was, yes, I'm very interested in it. I want to get this. I am that crazy dorky guy who dresses like this, parts my hair on the side, still thinks that maybe this is a cool kid look. It's not. But either way, this is what our channel does. This is what we do. So let's check this thing out. It's amazing. And then after we've checked this thing out, let's grill some recipes up. Because guess what I found? 1950s barbecue cookbook. Oh my gosh. Fast Fire is the brand. No, I have never heard of it before. This is amazing. Like, in the most perfect condition I can possibly imagine something this old to be. This thing is 70, 75 years old. You've got the motor here, which is for the spit, which looks like it's an old intercom system from a drive-in movie. Crazy. Absolutely brand new. The stickers are still on it everywhere because none of it's ever been used. It is crazy. The other thing which I've noticed, which is just amazing to me, which is why this is a grill, not a barbecue, is like, this is barely, maybe 2.5 inches deep, 3 inches deep. Can't hardly hold any charcoal. No, there is no enclosure for the front of it to make it so you can actually like smoke meats or do like a slow cooking thing. It's just outstanding. It's amazing to me that this was ever a thing and that somehow I got my hands on it. This cord has never been released. So what are we going to do right now? Of course we're gonna fire this thing up. That's what we're going to do here in a little bit. We're going to make some food and see how that turns out. But other than that, yeah, you've got this crank right here. See if I can get it. So you can see this in the video right here. This is what controls the height. So you can make it. Why anyone would want to make it higher than that, I don't know. But I mean, if you really wanted to, you could just go really high with it. But yeah, this is what you have. Outside of doing hot dogs and hamburgers, I'm not really sure what we could do with this, but we're going to find out because, as I showed you guys earlier, we got this amazing barbecue cookbook, and some of you fans out there have sent us some others, and we're going to try them. This thing is probably the coolest, and I am fingers crossed hoping that it works because we're going to try that thing out first, of course. Okay. Oh my goodness, we got Lola.
We have Lola. So
what?
Duke has,
Lola made it into the video?
Duke has the charcoal going. It's getting all nice and warm.
We're making it happen over here.
And we're gonna, while that's happening, what we do here in the BossaNova household is we have a drink, of course.
Of course.
So I found a great drink in this cute little book, the Patio Partner Barbecue Cookbook. And this drink that we're gonna have right now is the Mercer Island Throw It Down.
I'm gonna just call it the Mercer Island Throwdown.
The Mercer Island Throwdown. Sure.
There we go.
So I already made it. It is bourbon, vanilla ice cream, and some coffee. So we'll put it in a blender. We put it in a blender. We blended it up. These were frosty until like 2 seconds ago when they hit the sun.
Because that's why I was wearing sunglasses, Lola, because it's August and hot.
But it is still, they're still pretty chilled. So we're just going to fill up these. Oh yeah. So one of the things I really liked about this book, he's a little tongue-in-cheek. He's a little goofy. Serve in wide mouth champagne type glasses, chilled, and top with a sprinkle of nutmeg, so I gotta get that. But it says, with no great effort on anyone's part, float a destemmed flower on top of this beverage. Believe me, the girls will call you the smoothest host in town for floating flowers. I can't say if the men might call you that, though.
That's right. What?
We don't know. But
these guys were very fragile back in the day, that's all I'm gonna say.
I think you're smooth. So I have some nasturtiums from my garden that we're gonna float. We'll get some nutmeg on there.
DB smooth, baby.
Look at that. I'm gonna get the nutmeg for mine, but delicious.
For the first time in 70 years, I've unraveled this electric cord. I brought out my commercial grade extension to plug into it because that's how we do. And I'm gonna flip the switch and be like, please work. Oh, please work. We're gonna see. Oh my God, it does! Oh my gosh. It works. So we are gonna be rotisserie something soon. I should have checked this out actually before we went and bought the meat for today's menu, but it works. I'm so excited. I can't help it. I'm a little concerned about my polyester shirt, but hey, I'm representing the 60s, so let's do it. Oh my gosh. So this is the very first time that charcoal's ever gone on this thing. I've got, as you can see, brand new things.
Don't spill it towards me.
Scene 1, Apple, take 1.
No, I feel like we
in
should have
70 years.
We should have put like foil on it or something to protect it. Okay.
This is what they're saying. They're saying this is all it needs, which doesn't seem like enough to me. I probably will add a little bit more to it.
Yeah, I feel like it needs to come to the sides where. No? Okay.
We're gonna do it. We'll spread it out a little bit more. I'm gonna add some more charcoal on top of it to get going.
Having a Maryland moment.
And then we're gonna explain to you what's happening over here. Oh my goodness. There it is.
It's
ready
hot
to go?
and smoky.
It's hot and smoky.
Yeah. Woo.
Oh my gosh.
It's hot.
These guys back in the 50s, they knew what they were talking about. So, what are we doing, Lola?
So, guys. We have a 100% grade A choice bologna roll.
That's right.
Bologna roast.
You guys don't even know, it took us almost an entire day to get our hands on that.
It's a prime rib. No, it's a prime grade bologna roast.
Yes, it took us a while. We had to go to, I don't know, 10, I believe it was 10 different grocery stores.
Most people don't have
things.
bologna
No one has
anymore.
like an entire bologna
so it had
roll. That's what they want us to roast.
Smoke is in my eyes. It had the hot dog end. I cut that off because that was not very fancy, and I wanted this to be fancy for y'all.
Fancy.
So we're supposed to score it, kind of like you would do with like a ham, like an Easter ham. But this is going to be a everyday bologna.
There you go. So we'll get this ready. We're going to snap our fingers and have it all prepared. It's going to be scored and cut. And then on top of that, it's going to be smeared with mustard.
Ooh. We're going to start with basting this with mustard, horseradish, and brown sugar.
Of course.
As one always does. You'll find the recipe in the description.
We're going to put the whole recipe down below. You guys can check this all out. This is the actual official recipe from the 50s. So the very first time this thing's ever been fired up, we're only going straight 50s on it. It needs more than that, Lola. Come on. Keep going, girl.
So Lola's eyes are completely full of smoke right now. Mm-hmm. This is not a fun place to be. Stuck in the corner.
It's stuck in the corner, yo.
Stuck in the corner.
What about the ends?
I'm getting some on the ends, but this is the first baste. There's going to be a whole other sauce that's going to be going on here. So.
Yes, there's multiple crazy sauces on this thing because in the 50s everything was more so.
I'm crying because there's so much smoke in my eyes. I'm crying for all of you. Very emotional. Okay, so on top of this delicious mustard horseradish mixture, we also have...
When I think delicious, I think mustard horseradish.
Yeah, me too. But we also have a chili sauce recipe. So we're going to have the recipe in the comments, of course, but I had to make this because when I first read chili sauce...
Yeah, Lola filled the house with this a little bit ago.
Oh yeah, lots of smells.
It was a lot of smells. That's all I'm going to say.
So when I first read this, I read chili sauce, and of course I thought chili garlic sauce, like from Thailand, but no, I looked it up, and this is the mid-century
It's almost like in the 50s they had no idea that Thailand existed.
Or what was delicious, because this is, it's okay.
This is enough to my stomach wasn't sure from the smells of whether I was down with this or not.
It wasn't, it's kind of like a barbecue sauce. You take you take onions, green peppers and tomatoes, and you cook it down with spices and vinegar. It's very vinegary.
Yes.
So I don't even know why we're adding more vinegar, but they say a cup of chili sauce.
You can't have enough vinegar, Lola.
Yeah, can't have enough vinegar, I guess. A cup of chili sauce, and then 3 tablespoons of vinegar. We're gonna mix it up. We're gonna start basting. We're going to continue basting this for the next 15 minutes. And I decided to add sunglasses to my look because I keep getting smoke in my eyes and the sun.
And that, and the fact, yeah, it's August. There's a lot of sun.
Right. My eyes are watering. This is gonna be delicious, guys. I can't even. This is probably the most excited about a recipe that I've been in a long time. I don't even know how I'm supposed to get a cup of this on here. Like, that's ridiculous.
I've watched a lot of these videos, the 50s, they would wait like 60 seconds and then go again.
Well, I've got to make our ice cream coleslaw, so I've got stuff to do, Duke. Oh my gosh, I got
coleslaw.
Dirt on there.
What are we talking about, Lola? Ice cream coleslaw.
You just wait and see.
That recipe book has got ideas.
It's got ideas.
It's got ideas. That's all I can say.
Okay, we're gonna let this cook a little bit more and I'll get everything prepared for our side dish.
Our barbecue is prepared with just the right amount of heat to keep in the natural juices and hold in that wonderful flavor. Aren't they delicious? Boy, does Junior go for them. And Sis likes them too. So come on, boys and gals. Let's have a barbecue.
So we are going to make iced Bellingham coleslaw, all from the same barbecue cookbook. So it's a half a cup of vanilla ice cream to start. Odd. Yes, very odd, but you know what? We're willing to try
You're going to do it. Ice cream and cabbage. I've always felt those two go together.
Yes. And then 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And then we're going to add just a little bit of salt. Mix it up. Of course, you're going to dress your cabbage with ice cream. You're going to dress your cabbage with ice cream. So let's dress this. And then we're going to serve it pretty much immediately because that... our delicious bologna steak or roast or whatever is going to be ready soon. So we are now at the end of the preparation period for this delicious meal.
Oh,
and
when I think meal, I think delicious in bologna. I would say this one about 20 minutes though, wouldn't you say?
It could actually, I think it was more like 30.
The recipe was asking for like 10 minutes.
The recipe asked for 20, but I think it was about about 30.
I was like, I want it to be crispier. If it was up to me, I'd get a little flamer out.
Be a little extra flambéed.
This reminds me of when I was a kid and my parents would make fried bologna. Got it.
Look at that. I've got to carve our bologna roast.
My bologna.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna carve our bologna. We're gonna plate it up with some of our slaw. Okay, I'm kind of stuck here behind the table, but...
I feel like we need to cheers our plates. Let's go with the bologna. Everyone wants to know what the bologna tastes like, and I'm gonna guess that it tastes like bologna.
I brought out steak knives, but you don't need them. You ready?
Huh. Wow.
Tastes like a giant hot dog.
Yeah, that's exactly what it tastes like.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like anything strikingly.
I mean, the
tastes like
chili
you're eating
sauce.
a big hot dog.
The chili sauce was very an odd combination, but the chili sauce actually kind of tastes a little ketchup-y. Ready?
It tastes like coleslaw.
With vanilla ice cream on it. It tastes like vanilla ice cream.
Oh wow. The tail end of that. The tail end of the coleslaw. It's like you eat it at first, it's like, oh, this is coleslaw.
Oh yeah, it's sweet, it's tangy, it's vanilla-y. The bologna I would eat. The vanilla coleslaw, if I ate this at a potluck and I didn't know what it was, I would probably think it was weird and not go back for a second. I kind of want to make this for like every cookout we do from here on out. So invite the BossaNovas to your cookout. We'll bring ourselves a bologna roast. Stay tuned for our next recipe. We have a great brunch that we're going to be serving on this barbecue.
There's more barbecue recipes that we have found in here that we're going to try. Hopefully they're better than this coleslaw.
Hopefully.
Oh my gosh.